the Ollie, it's like one of the most basic tricks in skateboarding. Like, but like when I wasn't skateboarding, like back when I was like younger and stuff, like I always used to think like, oh, like kickflip, like that's cool, and that's like gonna be the best trick to learn and all that, and it's not. The Ollie like leads to everything else in the entire skateboard world, like, is the Ollie, because the Ollie is just getting off the ground. Getting off the ground, like you need an Ollie to do every other trick. Like if you want to do a kickflip, you're gonna Ollie, then you're gonna kick. Like nothing, like basically like the Ollie is the foundation of every single trick. And to learn that and like master that is like so useful, because it can lead to so many different lines of different things. Like you can grind, because you can get up there, you can get onto the railing, you can basically do anything. You can Ollie off ledges, do like 180, you can do all that stuff, and it's all from like an Ollie. So me and Obed right now, we're trying to learn how to Ollie while moving and stuff, so that when we start doing like tricks and stuff, we'll have that pop that we need, and we'll be all right. So we're just learning that right now. It takes a while. Like it takes longer than you would think to like figure out how to do it, because you're just getting like your feet and stuff. Like you're getting used to like your feet on the board and everything, and to have that motion, because you're basically doing like multiple steps like while you're doing an Ollie. Like your first thing, you're moving, so you got to bend your knees, and then you pop with the back leg while lifting the front up, and you push forward with your foot. You push forward, and then you lift your back leg up. So basically, you're doing a motion like that. And you want to come down with both your feet, boom. And since you have the momentum from the forward and you're pushing it, when you lift this leg up, the board is going to go from this to this. So if you could hand me my board right there. Here, I'll get it real quick. But basically, you have the pop. So I'll do it like right here so I can explain it. So basically, when you're standing on your board, you're like this, right? And when you have the pop, you're bringing up your board like this. But when you move your toe forward, it basically, when you lift your back leg up and you move your toe forward, it's gonna push the front down. So you're gonna get air like that. And then you come down with both your feet, and you basically just got some air, basically. So I'm not that good at it. I haven't landed one yet, but I can kind of do, like, I'm getting used to landing back on my board. But I'm not mastered, I'm lying, but I got used to the first two steps, which is pop up and slide your foot. So I'm getting in the air. I just need to get used to the last step, which is cementing my feet down and landing the board. So first step, second step, third step, lifting up your foot, and then last step, getting back on the ground, which I've not gotten yet, but that's what we're trying to get. See, so sometimes that happens because you'll jump before you even put the back down, so your thing doesn't pop up. Like you can get it, if you just go like this, your board's gonna go up, like no matter what. So if you have that pop and you're just sitting there, you could get up there. Like you could get pretty high with the whole motion like that. So I just need to work on landing, but that's basically the ollie, and it leads to most of everything else in the skateboard trick world. Hold on. I just need to get it right so you get a good. We'll get. Let me do. That one's good, but I'm gonna just try to get a better one. Hold on. It's because of my body weight. That was good. That was good. Ollie, like, I still stay with my opinion on the ollie. Like, the ollie is the most important trick out of all the tricks. Like, it's the trick that leads to every other trick ever. Like, it's the basis of every trick. I tried to show like a tutorial, but for me, it's more, I'm better at still ollies while I'm like going slower and slower, like while moving. So like I'm good at normal, like just standing still ollies, but at first when I tried moving ollies, I was going like fast and I was trying it and I was like, nah. But right now I'm doing like slower, like slow and build myself up kind of thing. So right now I can't ollie while moving, but I'm definitely trying, and that's the best part, because obviously you need to try to get things. So it's not a thing where I'm like, I don't want to try it because I can't do it. I'm not at that level yet, and I'm practicing at my level with the ollie instead of jumping to a different one. Mostly like when you're learning to ollie, you need to realize like there's different stages of like how good, like you can't just do a super high ollie like the first time you do it. You kind of got to start small, and then you got to start moving ollies, and then you can start, once you perfect that, then you can start doing it like high, onto rails, onto ledges, basically anything. You can do it like, if the basis of like a kickflip is basically you ollie at the beginning and then you catch your foot and you flick out. Like it's an ollie that leads to all the other tricks, definitely. Oh my God.
About this morning so far? This morning, honestly, it's been really frustrating because I'm starting to get an ollie down, and when I do it, but then after a while I kind of lose it. So let's say I'm doing it consistently, it just gets frustrating because I feel like I'm getting like really like I'm getting better at it, and it's all over again, and I have to go through the steps again. And today I figured out that it's not, I was doing it like wrong the whole time. And now that I'm doing it right, like I know I'm doing it right because it looks like how it looks on like other YouTube channels or on other like videos that I watch. And if you notice, I have like this hole in my shoe. It's getting all ripped up right here, like right there. And that's from the Ollie. And that's one of the signs that you're doing an Ollie the right way. And I thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just doing it differently. But no, I was just doing it, I was just doing it wrong. And so when I figured that out, today I just put myself to work. I was like, I gotta get this Ollie. So I just kept doing it over and over. And I'm starting to get it. It's just when it's just the fact that sometimes that I don't land it. It's just frustrating. But besides that, I'm having like a lot of fun. My friends are here, Tiernan, Cave, and Reina, and we're just skating. It's a pretty good morning so far.
When was the moment that you got it and you're able to use Ollie in action? When was that, and how did you move from one stage to the next stage?
So I started using my Ollie in action because at first I was just learning how to do it standard, so not jumping over anything or not ollieing over anything. At first I was like, okay, let me try it like moving a little slow. I was like, all right, I got this. But then little by little I started ollieing over the curb. That's like, there's like a small curb. I started ollieing over it and I was like, all right, I can get the hang of this. And when I started to realize, all right, these are the steps and this is how you do it, then I started getting it like more consistently. I was like, all right, let me try the next step, which is that small brick thing over there. That's it's a little bit bigger. It's about like this big, and yeah, this big. It's like that. And then I was like, all right, let me try to ollie over it. The first few times were really frustrating because I was like, why can't I get this? Why can't I get this? And then I changed up some things and my speed and everything. And sometimes it still gets to me, but I changed it up a bit, and then I started to get it more. And yeah, that was how I started using it more. It was just taking that first step, that first leap. It's like the scariest thing in the world, but like it just has to be done.
Tell beginners what to do, overcome that fear in order to really get the Ollie into action.
So any trick, there's fear. Like any trick, like whether it's hopping off this, like coming off, like, or just ollieing over something, or coming off a curb, or any small thing, there's always fear because we're not used to it. It's not, our bodies aren't used to being on a plank of wood and risking our lives like every single day. We're not used to that. So there's always some fear. To get over it, you just have to have the right mentality. You gotta be like, all right, I'm doing this. This is my thing, and I just gotta go for it. I'm not saying to jump off a like a 6 foot like drop or like a 9 foot drop without even knowing how to ride first. But I'm saying there's always steps that you need to push yourself to. Like if you think you can do it, like if there's the smallest possibility, just try it out. Like do like a test run. Do it on something smaller, and little by little visualize it with your hand. Like anything that helps you just like say, all right, I can do this. Like that's, you just gotta do it. It's just as simple as that. Just do it. Yeah.